Kerr Lake crappie fishing, baby. Ran the bridges. You better get down here. What is happening, people? Hey guys, it is July. It's hot. It's about 12:30. I'm at Kerr Lake today. We're gonna do some crappie fishing. We're trying to beat the heat, baby. Trying to beat the heat. No better place to beat the heat than under the bridge, Kerr Lake. Been doing this for years, and one of the secrets I'll tell you a little later in the video that you look for fishing for these crappie down here at Kerr Lake. Guys, stay with me. I hope you enjoy the video. Well, first fish, foul hooked. A lot of times you'll see these fish, he's just a small fry. He make good live bait. It's a little too small for me to fish live bait. Anyway, fishing that pinpoint, that fish is small. Summertime, black crappie, they like small baits. A lot of times down here at Kerr Lake, there are cross members between these pilings. And if the water is down, those pilings are exposed. And these pilings get fished harder when they're exposed because people tie the boats off and they can stand on top of the piling and they can fish these. And so you may get some fishermen get to these bridge pilings and they may stay all day long. And they catching fish too. So right now the water has been high over the past few weeks and people don't have the opportunity to do that, and so that a lot of times the fish will be concentrated because a lot of people are just not going to fight the wind and the boat traffic and sit here and catch these fish like I'm doing. So hey, it's time to catch another fish. Oh, it's another crappie. Now he hit a different color. He hit that blue moon. Well, that could be the supermoon color. That is a little white crappie. He hit that supermoon color. And again, that's in that pinpoint. And one of the reasons that pinpoint fish is small. That little narrow body there. So 32nd on the top. I'm fishing a dual rig jig. And I got a natural live bait color on the bottom. They seem to be liking this smaller bait right here. This is this rig. I got just 1.25 inch fathead minnow in a natural bait color. They country baits. Just a small crappie. These big ones are being reluctant to bite, but they do seem to like that smaller bait. And what I may do is put a split shot on this and put 2 really small baits on here on the top and the bottom. They seem to be reacting to that smaller bait a little bit better. Well, you see, we've decided to come up to the old bridge and try it. Fish are still being, the big ones are still being a little finicky. I'm not quite sure if that's middle of the day. It's not a movement period. There are fish here. Just a matter of getting them to eat. Just caught that small fish. One thing I like about this bridge, I'm seeing a lot more bait fish around the pilings, which I like. I like to see bait fish. And this thing got cloudy, thank goodness. The sun was eating me up. Now one thing I'm doing right here now is I'm just taking my 10-foot rod just like I would pitching out to a single crappie, and I'm just pitching that lure up there about 16 feet. There's 2 lures on it, so it's going to sink pretty quickly. And I'm just gonna allow those two lures to swing right back through the fish. And it would be almost the same thing as casting up there and swimming that jig back. Sometimes these fish prefer that method. You know, they're scattered around those pilings. There's current moving through here, and they see that lure moving by, and it's just like a bait fish swimming by. They ease out there and they eat the lure. You would think all these bait fish, they wouldn't eat a lure, but that lure don't swim like an active shad, so that's one reason they think it's maybe injured and have a tendency to actually eat it. Yeah, get a little bit better. We'll take him. There again, hitting that smaller bait on the top. It looks like the way to go today. That's that fathead minnow. That is a good lure right there. You know, you can have those larger size lures. That is 1.25 inch bait. I think that's right, an inch or an inch and not 1.25 inches, about an inch and an eighth. Natural bait color. And I have caught a lot of fish on that size lure right there. Never underestimate a small lure. Let's go catch another fish, y'all. So that's a pretty good one right there. That is what we've been looking for. Nice old slab crappie right there. About 13.5 inches probably. Caught him on that new sapphire color LC shad. Lake Country Baits. Good fish right there. I've been waiting a while for that. Yes, sir. Boom! That's what I'm talking about. Hey, let's ease up there and catch another one. About 9 inches. They liking that small bait. Now this one had to be different. He had to hit the old blue, that blue color. There again, about 9.25, 9.5, summertime crappie. They're a big fish here. They are just being reluctant to bite. We hadn't found something that they wanted to bite on. And I just been going from pillar to pillar. Some of these schools of fish, there's white perch down in them too. Some of them are they just do not want to bite. And so after I bounce the lure around on the head a little bit, if they don't want to bite, I move. There's plenty of fish here on all these pilings. Every piling I've checked had fish on it. Some had a little more than others, but for the most part, most all of them have fish. Hey guys, we're getting ready to end the video. All in all, it's been a pretty good, productive afternoon. We've caught quite a few fish, but on the smaller side. Like I said earlier in the video, a lot of people are not fishing these bridge pilots. Lots of people don't want to come here and do what I'm doing. The lake has still got right much debris floating around, so if you come down here, you better be careful scooting around. There's some pretty good sized logs and stuff floating around. I just took my time today and putted around. I didn't get too fast. Anyway, guys, you remember, God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. Don't forget to hit the like button and click the notification bell so you don't miss an episode of Wildlife Adventures. And as always, you remember, it's a wild life, and I'll see you on the water. Caught another one up here on this old railroad bridge. Still on the small side. Seeing some nice crappie, but